Hey y'all, welcome back and thank you for tuning in. I would have a real intro for y'all, but my camera was hating and it died before I was finished. But if you want to see how I got this look, just keep watching.
Get it.
Makeup by Adoria, Doria, Adoria, Doria. Ooh, get your makeup done by Adoria, Doria, Adoria, Doria, yeah, yeah.
So of course we're gonna start out with a clean face. So I just took some witch hazel, a gauze pad, and went ahead and cleansed my face. Now I'm going in with an eyelash glue, the duo glue. Just to, I know the girls been liking the natural brow look, so just wanted to try my hand since I never really do that style. I like a more sharp and filled brow, but again, just trying something new. So instead of filling it in, I'm actually gonna go straight in with the concealer. So that's what you see me here doing, is go ahead and creating a line with the concealer, and then I'm gonna blend that all the way out. And it's gonna take a little bit of time, so I'm gonna end up speeding some of this up. Comment below, do you prefer natural brow or do you prefer a filled brow? But yeah, you just want to create an even base for your eyeshadow, so you're pretty much getting ready to, apply multiple eyeshadows. So try to create a, flat base, as flat as possible. And that's what you see me here doing, is kind of getting it as flat as I can. And it wasn't moving enough for me because it was kind of already dry. So I did add some fresh concealer on top, and I just continued to blend that out as well. Okay, now I'm starting with my eyeshadow. So I went in with like a light shade for my transition shade this time. I usually would do like a brown or a light brown, but I don't know, something just wanted me to go in with this like taupe color, so I did that. Followed it up with a really soft brown to sort of add that dimension in there, and I'm doing that to both eyes. Now I'm taking my Jaclyn Hill palette and I'm going in with a even deeper brown to, start creating even more dimension. That's my favorite word, y'all, dimension. So that's what I'm doing. Kind of looks orange on camera, but it's really not orange. It's like brown, but whatever. Now I'm going in with that Juvia's palette. I'm using a brown and a dark brown to get that last, I guess, like dimension, that last like little hint of dimension. Yeah. Y'all gonna be sick of me. So now I'm going back in with each shade to sort of soften that crease up a little bit. And then I'm gonna go in. Now my camera don't want to focus sometimes, so you ain't gonna be able to see everything, but that was the P. Louise. I think this was Rumor Base 2, if I'm not mistaken. And this is like a soft cut crease. It's not like a really sharp cut crease, so it's kind of like do whatever. But just like be intentional, but don't like make it super sharp, basically. That's why you kind of saw me like bouncing all over the place with it. And then I'm gonna like darken that crease up a little bit by going back in with the same colors that I used to create the base of my crease. And then I'm just blending that out and blending that inward as well, creating a V shape on that outer corner of the eye. And then I actually went in with a black, just because I knew that was gonna make the glitter pop. And then I'm going in with this gold, really pretty gold from this Morphe palette. It's really pretty. So it's like a champagne gold. It's not like a super gold, like yellow gold. But I am packing that all into my lid on both sides, of course. And then I'm adding a pop of like a white silver in my tear duct area. Now, I don't know what happened to the clip of me applying the glitter, but that's gone. So you can at least see me applying the chunky glitter, which is what I'm doing here. So I applied that using some duo glue on top of my lid, and I applied the glitter sort of like all over. And then I, of course, blended the rest of the eyeshadow into the glitter as well, just so that it all kind of flowed together. And now you can see me applying some eyeliner, some eyelash glue, and my eyelashes. And then I am wiping my face from all like that glitter that fell out, and applying some primer, and then my foundation. So there's the foundation. I'm using Juvia's. This is my favorite foundation. It's just so opaque, and I don't need to conceal or anything prior to doing this foundation. So like, I give this foundation like literally 10 out of 10. If you like a lighter coverage, possibly this could be too much for you. But I love the coverage on this. Look, it even covers up my tattoo. Like, did I even have a tattoo there before or what? So I am, like I said, blending that all the way out, blending that all over my face. I sped it up so that you don't have to sit through that. And now I'm going in with, of course, the highlight under the eye. I went in with the lighter shade, and then like a super golden shade after the light shade. And then I went in with my contour color, which is a couple of shades darker, and I applied that where the highlight ends, as far as like my cheekbones, around my forehead, down the bridges of my nose, my chin, and below my lip, to ultimately create a shadow effect, because that's really what contour is. It's like pretty much what you want to create a shadow with, and the highlight is what you want the light to sort of bounce off of. So so that's what you can see me doing now, is blending it together. This is like literally my favorite part. Y'all can kind of catch me feeling myself as I'm blending this out. Like, I can see it, but like, yeah, I was really feeling myself at this part of the video. And then I'm continuing to blend that out. Y'all know the drill. I don't really have to repeat it. This is the same in every video that I ever made. I just am blending. So what I would say with this as well, start with the outside. Start with the outer, and then work your way inward. That way the brush, that darker shade, sort of softens up that super light portion under your eye, like, if that makes sense. So like, you wouldn't want to start in the middle of your face and work outwards, because the light would take over the dark. But if the dark sort of, I don't know, I can't explain it, but if you know, you know. And if you want me to go more in depth, maybe I'll make a video specifically talking about contouring. But yeah, so I contoured my nose, blended that out, and now I'm applying some powder. Now for this, why do I always forget? Laura Mercier is what I'm using under my eyes here. So I'm using just like that same brush I blended out my highlight with. I'm going in with the powder instead of what I would usually do, which is use the sponge. I don't know. For this look, I liked the effect that the brush was giving. It was giving airbrush. So I did use the brush this time versus the sponge. Now I do go in with the sponge, once I do the reverse contour on my nose, but not like I normally would have used it for like the powder, as well as blending out my under eye. I'm going ahead and doing a reverse contour under my cheekbones now. A reverse contour is pretty much just you putting the contour on first and then putting on the lighter like powder afterwards to create a chisel. That's like a reverse contour. So the same with the nose area. See, y'all, I was feeling myself. You saw that? Like, girl, get out the camera. Nah, but y'all see my lip gloss on my lips though this whole video? Yeah, that's my lip gloss. I believe that's the shade Pink Me. It's either Pink Me or Dory. I want to say it's Pink Me though. So I got that on my lips. That's available on my website. So definitely go pick some up. I will link that below. So I'm still contouring. Now this is the powder contour. Since I've done the powder highlight, anything you use a liquid on, you have to use a powder on, or else it will end up creasing and ultimately rubbing off. That powder is what secures it, and what also gives it a flawless finish. Like, girl, look at me. Just look at me. And then this is what I was telling y'all, the reverse contour of my nose. As y'all can see, I did go ahead and use the sponge, and that's because I did want it to be kind of super concentrated in that area. And I also used the white powder for this part instead of like the other, like when I applied the powder with the brush, it was the yellow powder. So yeah, blending that out, adding some blush, and oh, it's popping. It's popping already. I ain't even applied the highlight. So yeah, applying that blush all over my cheeks, and there goes the highlight. Boom. Boom, there goes the highlight. So applying that in the places that I applied my highlight on my brow bone. And it's all melted together now, like, oh. And then as far as like my under eye, I did use a brown pencil this time because I didn't want it to be super dark, so I used brown instead of black, and I kind of smudged that out a bit and applied some mascara as well. Now, as always, toward the end of my video, I lost the footage. Well, I didn't lose the footage, but my camera died before I could actually fully apply my lip gloss. And it's some hating shit because, like, I finally got my lip glosses to show y'all in the first video I make for y'all. You can't even see me applying it, but you can kind of see where I begin to apply it. So I guess I will take that. And actually the clip that I used in the beginning and end of this video, that was actually at the end of the night, which was 7 or 8 hours after I applied the face. So, but the video that you saw in the beginning, it literally was from night versus like the rest of this video was from like way earlier in the day. So that's a fun fact, and you won't know that unless you make it until the end of this video. So in this, I'm wearing F&F. The shade is available right now on my website. It is linked below in the description. I told y'all to be on the lookout. I think for it to be an all-night beat, it looked damn good. So this is, like I said, the final look, guys. Enjoy and come back next time.